Sup my dudes, Valkyrja, and today I just got 50k for the second part of this event, and oh my god is this event hard. It's a combination of me having underbuilt units, but it made me build Arlan to play into the event, because even an unbuilt Arlan is going to be doing somewhere around like 60k in ult. I'll do a little run to show you, but I want to show you first that I got the score, and I just want to talk about this event being this hard. I'm all for it. I love events being this hard. I think it's dope. But I want to show you guys the score I got. You can see highest score is 55k here. Limit time rewards, I full cleared it. The first one wasn't nearly as hard as the second. This one was really hard due to this mechanic. So the way I have it set up, I'm going to show you guys how I set this up and why I had to build Arlan. So first, if an ally reduces their own HP during their turn or generates energy equal to 55% of their respective max energy, this makes it so Arlan's able to just constantly poop out ults. And then this, when an ally receives healing, increases their crit damage by 100% for one turn. Keep in mind, with any character, if your HP doesn't go down, you cannot be healed. So even if you have Locha, if you're not losing HP, you actively can't be healed. And in here, just more crit rate, more consistency. Although you could go the more 50% more attack, 50% more HP, but I think crit rate for consistency is the best way to go. So what did I do? What team did I run? Did I swap the buff? Like, it made the little animation. I want to make sure I didn't swap it. Right? Okay, good. All right. We're still rocking everything the exact same. So I used the Trial Locha and the Trial Blade for a very specific reason. I couldn't use my own blade, so this is a complete free-to-play setup you could do if you have Arlan and you have Arlan built. You could run Yukong and Arlan. Yukong's needed for the buff. You'll see how I completely abuse the hell out of Yukong's buff here. But you can see with Locha, the reason you run this Locha is because this Locha is actually gigachad and does a bunch of damage on his ultimate. So he has a level 8 ultimate, where my Locha has a level 7, meaning his Locha is going to hit harder. Their Locha is 3200, my Locha is 2600, because the relics aren't all maxed. So because they have maxed relics, they are going to be able to go ahead and boost everything to the high heavens, which is really good. And also this 4-piece here at the start of battle immediately generates 1 skill point is actually very important. It comes in later on whenever you need to activate Blade's skill again. It's going to be very important then. So then the reason you want to use the Trial Blade is because they have this. They have the wind set on them. I don't recommend the wind set when you're actively building it, but you're going to be ulting so much and doing so many follow-ups that Inert Solsado is actually really good here, and the wind set is really good. They big brain Hoyo on this one, because you're going to be constantly advancing your action forward, which is actually going to save your run if you're cutting it close like I did. And you can see here the light cone they have is a Secret Vow, which is a really good light cone for him, and the traces, of course, are 588, which is really good. So then we go to my Arlan. My Arlan is not built very well. I got him to 1, 6, 5, and 4. I could actually upgrade this one more. Let's go ahead. Arlan deserves it for what he did. Let's get him to 1, 6, 5, 5. You can see I just grabbed whatever I could. I refreshed a little bit of fuel just to make sure I could do it. I threw Clar's light cone on him. And then also Yukong. Yukong is a monster. I'm going to go into a Yukong build later because I feel a lot of people build Yukong wrong. I feel like she's actually a monster damage dealer and you should build her into it. And this event kind of showcases that. You can see the relics I have on her. Not the best, not the worst. And then the traces, I have her 5, 7, 10, and 5, 7, 10, and 7. That way I can capitalize on this more. But I definitely want to try to level this up to 10 also, because now that I have her, I think I only have her E4, right? Yeah, I only have her E4. And Arlan, he's only E1. So, how does this work? How did I do this? How did I clear this? Because this was the hardest thing I've done in the game yet. This actively took me, and I'm not joking you guys, 4 hours. It actively took me 4 hours to get a really good run, so I'm not going to be doing a full run here. I just want to show you guys the order in which I do things, so you can emulate it if you need to, because this is a very free-to-play friendly setup with their trial characters, right? Because I had to end up using their trial characters to try to make this work the absolute best. So, let's go ahead. We're going to use Arlan's skill first, and because of the buffs we have, he has ult. We're not using the ult right away. We want to save it. We're going to pop Yukong's buff. That way she can buff the team. We're going to go ahead and use Locha's normal, and then whenever we get to Blade, we're going to use Blade's skill, which is going to give us an ultimate. We're going to use Blade's ultimate right away because we're going to regenerate a second ultimate right after this. You can see because he consumed his HP, he's going to trigger that. And then we're going to pop Locha's field so we can start healing our allies so they get that 100% extra crit damage. So now here we're going to actually go ahead again with Blade. We're going to shotgun Blade's ultimate because now he's healed. Now Arlan's been healed, so he has 100% extra crit damage. So now we can shotgun Blade's ultimate, so we get the 4 out of 5 stacks. Then we're going to shotgun Arlan's ultimate because now the pig's going to come out. And we want to make sure we just hit the middle here. And now because of all the ults we just did with Blade, he's absolutely next. The only thing is now we don't have the Wukong buff active, so we want to try to take out the enemies to decide while we buy a little bit of time for Wukong to go ahead and get active. Hopefully that doesn't kill the pig. Good, didn't kill the pig. So now we're just going to pop this, Pig's going to get scared. We're going to do this, and we're going to pop Wukong's ult, and we're going to snipe for, well, we don't even need to snipe for the pig here. Because Blade has his ult active, we're actually going to pop Blade's ult instantly. We're going to target the pig to generate more points. We took out one of the side enemies to generate a couple more points, and now we're going to be able to reset and use our ultimates. So we're just going to repeat this process over and over and over again. Just shotgunning ultimates, make sure things are healing, that we're constantly generating buffs, and we're able to just run through everything now at Mach 10. Now that we have everything firing on all cylinders, everybody's Wukong buffed, we're able to just keep shotgunning this over and over and over. And if we need the extra damage, we have Loach's buff. And this is kind of how you're going to do it all the way until you reach a stopping point whenever you stop killing stuff, essentially. Whenever things stop dying, you're going to have to try to switch up your strategy a little bit. And you're going to have to try to get the buffs recycled, try to get everything rolling again. And it's just playing around. It's a lot of thinking. It takes a while to get a really, really good run going. But whenever you're using both child characters, it shouldn't be too hard because they are very intentionally, it's very obvious, they're intentionally designed just for this event, right? It's very obvious that they are intentionally designed just to be able to absolutely goober stomp this event. So you are able to just do stuff like this. You can see here now I have ultimate again. You can see even though 2 turns went by because I went ahead and popped an ultimate, Wukong's buff is still active. She still has 1 dot. That dot won't go away until I went ahead and burned it all. So here we have Blade wiping that entire floor. So we're going to go ahead and keep pushing. We're going to keep pressing buffs. We don't want to press Loach's buffs here because 1 turn already passed with Locha. Whenever another turn passes, then he's going to lose the uptime of the flower. So here we're just trying to get the pig out before we use... We wanted them to take damage because now Blade has stacks and there's healing that can actually occur now so they can get the 100% crit damage again. But now with Blade having no stacks, or Blade having 3 out of 5 stacks, next time we use his normal plus we use his ultimate, he's going to be able to actually do the follow-up, which is going to do big PP damage. So here we're just going to do this, and we're going to try to get the pig out here because Blade's getting ready to have a pretty big turn. So because Blade's going to have a pig turn, we want to try to get the pig out. We didn't get the pig out, unfortunate, but we should right here get the pig. Good. So now with the pig out, we're going to go ahead and pop this. We're going to pop this, and we want to make sure that Blade is going to kill the pig. So we're going to actually use Loach's ult 2 here, and we're going to use Blade now to just shotgun it and do a ton of damage here. Like I said, Blade's going to have a very big turn here. Pop everything. Everything dies. And we just kind of keep it pushing. Just kind of keep going. But this is why I had to build Arlan for this event. Arlan's really good for this event. You can see the amount of damage Arlan's pooping out. Arlan does really good damage with the event with all the buffs going. You can see 74k damage on the event. It's really wacky. Let's go ahead and... How do I want to go about this? We're just going to normal here because like I said, that's about to go down. We want to pop this again instantly. That way we can get the flower up. And then here, Blade's actually going to be able to generate another ultimate. This is why I said that skill point earlier. This is why I said the skill point comes in handy. Because Arlan's not generating skill points. Blade's consuming 1 skill point every now and then. The only person generating skill points at all on this team is Locha. So it's very important, actually, that we had that going for us. Alright, and here is the end of this run. Or this... Not this run, but this kind of, like, segment. Like I said, you can see it gets really tight. It gets really close as to whether or not you can actually beat it. So this is where it gets kind of hard. So here we're going to keep focusing on the pig. It's very important to try to get the pig dead because then the pig resets everything. So now with it just being this one enemy, we do want to try to shotgun stuff just to kill him without using the big AoE ults. So we're going to also use Lochas, and if we have to, we will use we'll use Arlan's as well, yeah. It's really important not to use anything from Blade yet, because Blade's obviously the strongest member of the team. So we want to try to save stuff from Blade until now. which is whenever we're on this rotation. So now that we're here, you can see 3K, he wipes this whole floor, and then we're going to do a skill here and get another ultimate. We're going to shotgun this ultimate, that way we can save Yukong's buff a little bit more. But now, I think now we're kind of toast because we don't have Yukong's buff and we don't really have a good way to get it going. We don't have a good way to kill the pig, so we might be kind of toast here. Unless Blade comes in clutch. Okay, so here we're going to do this. Because it's all about using Yukong's buff and just absolutely dominating with that. So here we actually kind of want to try to kill the middle guy so we can get another enemy in. And we don't do any damage because we don't have Yukong's buff active. So we're going to do this. We're going to do Yukong's buff. We really want the second part of it, but we get what we get. It is what it is. Hopefully we can do enough damage to try to get this going. It's all very dependent. So here we're going to do this. Bomb, that's going to lower defense. Yeah, like I said, I think using that Yukong ult actually kind of screwed us a little bit. So here we're going to do this. Do this. This is what I mean by it took me like 5 hours. It's really, really hard. It's going to take you some time. It's not easy to do at all. But you got to kind of just keep trucking with it. And you have to just go until you get the right, the right sequence of things. Okay, so we do this. We do this. Bop. You can see we're at 44k. This is a pretty respectable run, but it's not the 55k run I had. You're just going to have to keep trying at this. It's not something that you're going to get the first time. If you get it the first time, grats. But this is just a really hard event. Like, maybe it's just for me because I had really underbuilt units. But you can see my highest score is 55k. I only got 44k on that run. It's doable. It is hard, but it is doable. It's all about how much do you value the 5 relic shards. I need my relics. I need my relics. So I had to try it. I had to put balls to the wall. I had to put all my little brain cells together, get the neurons firing. I had to try it. Anyways, that's the event. That's why I had to build Arlan. This event's hard. Arlan helps the most. He's absolutely the most helpful out of all the other characters I tried. I was trying everybody, trust me. Jing Yuan, Seela, etc. Nobody was hitting as hard as Arlan. But yeah, anyways, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have an easier time with this than I did. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.